Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This, here on the Nerd Eternal Network. I'm your host, the experience that some call Jason, and with me today, as usual, is...
CDL 113, the droid you're looking for.
The Todd Father.
The token, just not that rich, Tarky.
And today we're going to be talking about Disney's new movie, Mulan, and the impact that it being released to video on demand might have on the movie industry long term.
I don't think it'll have the result that they want. Yeah, you'll have a few people rent it, but if you go back to the beginning of the COVID, when everything kind of shut down, everybody had to self-quarantine, they put several movies that were at the theater or were just getting ready to go to the theater on streaming services like that or download services like that. And a lot of the movies were like $19.99 or $21 and some change, depending on the studio. And a lot of people I talked to on Facebook, they're like, "I'll wait. The price will drop." That's what me and my wife did. There were several movies that we wanted to see, but we just waited. So I don't think they'll have that, big cash in that they're looking for. I think a lot of folks will just go, yeah, y'all eventually put it on the streaming service that I'm already paying for free. I'll wait till then.
Or hell, when you come talking about a $30 price tag, hell, it'll eventually come out on DVD. You can buy the damn thing for $19. You know what you pay $30.
Yeah.
Like I said,
I hate the precedent this sets too.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry, ran over you.
Mulan's not even something that's new. It's not new. It's $30 is too much for any damn movie. But at least if it was something that you couldn't see already, you might go, well, I really, really want to see this. I really want to see something new and different. This is literally just a live action version of a cartoon that's already on there.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all to pay that kind of money for something that, one, you can fucking watch. And Disney did come out later and go, well, see, if you pay this $30 to see it, it'll always be on there. Yeah, I can wait till it comes out on DVD, and I'll always have it, even if I let Disney Plus go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just dumb. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, it's dumb if it doesn't work. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, like, it also just sets the annoying precedent of, if this makes them any money at all, this is how they'll always do it.
Yep.
And it's a system of, well, if you're rich enough or dumb enough, you get to see it first without any spoilers. And it's just like an annoying little and it feels kind of insulting of like, hey, we'll just throw it out there, and if you're rich enough, you got money to fucking throw, just throw it at us.
If you're
and
that
then
rich,
and then
you're
you
gonna
can
see
be
it
the
before
person that
anyway.
talks about it first. And it's just,
And truthfully, if that ends up being the precedent, it really kills one of the things that I enjoy most about being grown. I love going to the movies. I like the experience of the movies. This summer has been rough on me because I can't go to the movies. That's just one of the things I just like doing. But yeah, it's I can't think of one. I want to see Tenet. I don't want to see Tenet $30 worth. I want to see Black Widow. I don't want to see Black Widow $30 worth. Hell, I don't want to see Black Panther 2 bad enough to give somebody $30 to see it. Not for one fucking time. No.
Well, that goes back to my thing of when the COVID first locked everybody down. Oh, let's put these movies on the like Vudu and other channels like that. They can pay for them. Well, you know what? If you're going to charge me $19 to rent it, and then I got to pay another $19 to own it, fuck you right square in your ear. I am not doing that because, I'll give you an example. I can't remember the title of the movie, but you could rent it for $19.99, or you could buy a digital copy for $24. And I'm looking at that and I'm going, Jennifer, am I reading them numbers right? She's like, yep. I went, they about stupid. You know, for what, $4 more you can own the thing? I'll just wait until it's cheap.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of things. I can understand why they're doing it because, yeah, movies have caught an L this year.
Yeah,
big time.
Well,
and they have been trying to come up with a way to cut theaters out of the equation, and this is pure profit. That's another reason why I go, well, why in the hell don't you make it cheaper? It's pure profit because normally when a movie comes out, you know, they have whatever they take in, they have to cut that. They have to cut it with, you know, theaters and all that kind of stuff. Well, this knocks that completely out. So whatever they make from that, they keep.
Well, see, the thing is though, like they send their movie A to the theater group. Like say AMC gets movie A. AMC gets about 2% of the box. That's it. The rest goes back to the movie company. The AMC theater makes their money selling you popcorn and Coke and knickknacks. That's where they make their, you know, profit. They ain't making a killing off. They're barely paying employees off of the percentage they get. So for Disney or anybody else thinking, well, I'll release this for $30 a pop. You just hold on to it.
But again, that's that 2% that they give to the theaters. That's 2% they ain't giving to them for Mulan. That's pure profit. I can see why they're doing it. It's from Disney's point of view, it's pure profit. The trick is, since it's pure profit, a $15 price tag would not be. That's still kind of pushing it. But you know, you went, okay, I'm gonna charge you basically what it would take to buy it.
Yeah.
That is less of the hell with you and all you stand for, you're a complete idiot, than $30. $30 is insane. There's literally nothing. There's nothing.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here for a second. I want to play devil's advocate. They want you to pay $30 for it, which for me or you is ridiculous. We're singles. It's just us watching. It's ridiculous for Danny and his wife, or Tarky and his wife, because that's just two of them watching it. But this is the sort of thing they probably figuring you're gonna take your kids to because it's based off a cartoon. I mean, actual history too, but more off the cartoon, which wasn't historically accurate. But anyway, side thing. But if you take a family of, say, 4, well, if you were taking them to the theater, it's going to cost you that much anyway, or more. So that may be kind of what Disney's looking at. They're looking at families as their market. And that $30 is, you know, that's the same one with the other.
And that's probably the people that are going to do it.
Mm.
Truthfully, you know, I was a kid and I was a family, and it was a whole lot of times that it was me and a parent. Star Wars tended to be the stuff that was like, okay, it's me, mom, and dad, and sometimes some of my friends or something, and we all went. But, boy, hell. But even, like in the case of Empire Strikes Back came out, me and mom. Superman 2 came out, me and daddy. You know, it was a lot of that the whole family didn't go.
Yeah.
It was literally me and a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still not taking into consideration, one, kids' tickets are cheaper. There's a such thing as matinees. Before COVID hit, you had things like AMC stubs, and, you know, that kind of stuff where you were getting 3 tickets. Because I had somebody go, well, if I got 4 people, it's going to cost me that. Yeah, but if you had AMC stubs, you got 3 free tickets a week. So you literally paying for one person.
And that's how a lot of families were going to the theater.
You were paying for one person. Because you get in a week, they give you 3 tickets. Now you can break those up. You know, one person can go 3 times, or you can take 2 friends, or however the hell break it up. But family-wise, okay, you got a family of 4. You're paying for one person, and you can choose which person you're paying for. Well, I'm paying for the kid. Why? Because the kid's ticket's cheaper. There's ways around it. But I get your point. Yeah, that I'm guessing that's where they gonna get their $30. I don't think they're gonna get a whole lot of $30 from singles and people with smaller families and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's narrowing their market.
In their eyes, it's not narrowing their market much. Not for this movie, anyway.
Yeah, probably not for this one specifically. Something like Black Widow, yeah, it could be.
Black Widow, if they do like they're talking about doing this with Black Widow ain't gonna. Black Widow is gonna hurt them because you talk about a character that one is dead. So how bad do you really want to see it? And like I said, that could be in game. I wouldn't pay $30 for in game.
Well, see, going back to like how at the beginning, had things pop up $19, $19.99 or whatever. If they had targeted it at that price, it probably wouldn't have been as much sticker shock. Because to me, that was sticker shock. I'm like, I ain't paying $19.99 and I don't get to own the movie. Yeah, you say, okay, it's going to be $19.99 and we'll give you a digital copy. You'd have a bunch of folks.
Well, the trick is that's their roundabout way, because when they first announced, okay, it's gonna be $30 on top of what you're already paying, people went, watch that once? Are you insane? And then they came back and said, oh, no. If you pay that $30, you can watch it, and then as long as you have Disney Plus, it'll always be on. So as long as you keep paying them $7 a month, you can keep watching the movie that you paid $30 to see.
Which you might watch, what, one or two more times?
Yeah.
That's why it would be a big no for me.
Because you hate women, isn't it?
No.
I'm pretty sure you do.
No.
I don't know. I smell some misogyny.
No.
Well, it could just be racism. It could be that he doesn't like the Chinese.
That's true.
No.
That's true.
No.
It could be racism and misogyny.
It's because I'm not going to pay any theater or movie group $30 to watch said, show, no matter what's on the screen. It could be a talking horse. I'm not paying it. It could be a real live talking horse that they filmed and said, here.
Don't drag Mr. Ed into this.
Say what?
I said, don't drag Mr. Ed into this, Danny.
Yeah, I know.
All right, somebody get a memory wipe for this droid.
But yeah, it's one of those kind of things, and I say that as somebody that hell will go, if it's a movie I like, I will go and spend that money multiple times. But it's just something about there's just something about that I'm like Target. I don't want to set the precedent of that shit.
Yeah,
because it's not only like it's them setting the price tag for a group rather than a single individual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's not how people buy things, except as a group to go somewhere. But it's because it's weird and different that there's so much shock to it. Because, I don't buy bread and they go, well, yeah, you can only buy bread in the 30-person pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically a Sam's Club for movies. Yeah, you go do that, like you got a whole squad.
It's like I understand the idea of that, but you've already taken an, as you said, movies have already taken an L. Why sit there and swing for the fences for a home run when you're 16 behind?
Yeah. Well, another thing that they're going to take a hit on is with everybody where COVID shut, everything and its brother's nephew down for a period of time, just about. It cut into people's paychecks. It cut into their, spending money. Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden, when things are slowly trying to get back on the uptake, oh, here, pay us $30 and you can watch this movie.
But you know why they're doing that? They're doing that because some people that were getting the unemployment where they were getting, sometimes $600-800 a week. They figure, oh, you got a lot of extra money, and you'll blow it. And in certain industries, you've seen where people flush with extra money and they were quick to blow it. That Hasbro Sentinel is $350. Hell, I know people buying 5 of them sons of bitches. Yeah. So some people that saying a fool and his money is soon party, Yeah, you have some people that were in positions where they went, yeah, I'm blowing. So, and I've seen that argument when it comes to this movie. Well, you get $600 a week, you spend $30 on. No, I won't.
I'm not getting $600 a week, and I wouldn't spend that on.
Even if I was, I'm cheap. I'm not going. I'm cheap, and I don't want to set that precedent because I don't. This time next year, I don't want to spend $30 on Godzilla Kong because I know I'm not going to do it.
No. Well, I mean,
I will literally flat wait till you release the shit overseas. And put on my Captain Jack Sparrow hat before I give you $30 for it.
Well, I know Jennifer and I, we don't go to the theater to watch a lot of movies. We will watch on like Vudu or some sort of, download service where, we pay a fee every time we want to watch that movie. Because it's just, how we do things. And, I'll pay $6.99 for a movie sometimes. Like one that when they have it at the theater, it's just not at any local theater around here. They have a section where it's $6.99, maybe $8.99. That okay, if it's not something that's not ever going to pop up around here, okay, I can see me and her paying $8.99 because that's 2 movie tickets, just about. But $30, my God, they've lost their mind.
And even with the blockbuster stuff, it kills what I like about blockbusters with us is because the crew gets together. Half of the end game, I was in game with an infected foot and all kinds of 100 and some degree fevers and all that, and I still enjoyed that because I was there with the guys. I like that experience of all the guys getting together and going to see a movie. Hell, I could have easily, some of the crew has ways to watch movies at home, but hell, you don't want to do that. Part of the fun is everybody getting together and all that kind of stuff that goes on, the getting the tickets and all that kind of crap, and it's the experience of it that's fun. It's in some ways this feels like Disney doing its typical cash grab.
Yeah,
you see that in there, like what they did with Star Wars. They don't get the heart of things. They just see, ooh, this makes a lot of money, but it's like to this day they still don't really grasp the reason why some of this makes money.
Yeah, all the money that Black Panther made, it paid for how many, movies and projects after that. Just the profit they made off of it. And they think everything should make that kind of profit, or we should always have that much money come in every year. It's like, do realize that was a cultural thing, an event.
Yeah. But that's just it. When it comes to Disney, I doubt they do know that. Because hell, you look at Star Wars. Star Wars was a property that made money when you hadn't had a movie out in a decade, and the stuff still made money. And they thought, oh, it's just got to stick Star Wars on it, people will buy it. No, there's a culture to it, and there was a canon to it, and all that. And Disney's kind of proved it. They have no damn idea why a damn thing made money.
Yeah. Now, like Mulan, that will do well overseas.
Well, overseas, they can go to the movies.
Yeah. But I mean, even if they, said, okay, if you get Disney streaming over there, it's going to be X amount. I think over there they would still pay that because she's a cultural icon to them. Where here it's just a Disney cartoon. There's a difference, Certain things play well to certain audiences, and you're going to get more money from those audiences than you would, say, from an audience that doesn't receive that well. So
over here, I have seen the argument. What? Mushu's not in it? There's no song? And you want me to pay how much? Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Danny, as you say that, it takes me back to something from wrestling. Todd, you may remember this. Do you remember when the Great Khali was pushed super hard as like just the next big thing?
Yep, I do.
And do you remember why WWE was doing that so bad?
Wasn't that right around when they had launched like WWE in India or something?
It's because they were trying to break heavier into the India market.
Yeah.
They immediately took a star who's Indian and just raised him as high as they could and threw him out there, which obviously did not play well for American audiences, but that wasn't their target.
Yeah.
Their target was the money that's somewhere else. And
The
it
thing
ultimately
that hurt Great Khali too was the fact that
yeah,
Fact that what?
he wasn't that great.
well, he wasn't that great, and he was Mexican.
Yeah, he wasn't Indian.
Yeah.
Hey, we got this great Indian wrestler. Dude, he's Mexican.
No, I mean he's still big in India, to be fair to him. Like, it did work to make him popular in India.
Yeah.
It's just like
Well,
that's
they tried
all
to
it
get
did
with Jinder
was
Mahal, and I think were a lot more successful.
yeah, their second run at it did better, but it's just that idea of it looks silly to us, and long term it kind of doesn't do anything. But it's kind of that shot in the dark of like, we don't really lose anything by doing this other than looking ridiculous during a ridiculous time.
Yeah.
Like the PR to come back from this is super easy and not hard to do. Of like, well, we were doing something we'd never done before. We were trying to, we were told we have to make this much money, so it had to cost this much because the reduced sales would be this much. It's so easy to come back from this. You can make a ridiculous price tag for a remake of something, and they can come back from it so easy that they're just like, let's slap a number on it. Let's charge some people.
And that leads into something I was about to bring up, is if this fails completely, they can kind of shrug their shoulders about it. Because everybody's going to go, it was a pandemic, crap was weird, like you said. But if it succeeds, if they make buku money off of this, what do y'all think the fallout from that will be?
Then
I won't watch his movies.
Yeah, it'll set a precedent, and you can pretty much give up movie theater because everybody with a streaming service is basically gonna go shit. Well, this way we can make 100% of the profit, and we'll overcharge it. That's my biggest thing out of all of it. I'm not mad at Disney for trying it. If I'm running a business, I want to see just how many suckers out there will pay my absorbent price for my product. I'm not mad at them for that. Not the company. The trick is the consumer needs to have a head on their shoulder and look beyond this movie and go, if I support this thing, am I going to be willing to support every damn movie that comes out from now on that I want to see? I'm going to pay $30. If you're complaining about the prices now you're going to be paying $30 for everything.
Or you're going to be like me, you're going to wait another year and a half to see it when the price drops. Or it's on, another streaming service like Netflix or something.
Well, another thing to keep in mind is, let's say this one's successful. All the streaming services jump on the bandwagon. Then COVID eventually goes away. Are people that are willing to pay for it now going to be willing to pay for it then? Or are they going to sit there and go, why aren't you sending this out to the theaters?
I will jump in with this one with something that me and Jason, because Jason was still collecting. Remember when we were collecting Marvel Legends? When they first came out, they were like, what, $7, $8 a pop? And remember you had the big oil, when oil shot up and all that, and all of a sudden petrol and plastic price went up, and they went up to $2. You notice they never came, and they released those 2 waves of incredible. They were ones were $19.99. And you notice how and people bought them. And you notice how they've never gone back down. That's gonna be movies.
Yep. They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you to stick your toe in the water to test it. Oh, that ain't too bad.
Yeah.
As soon as it's like a lobster, you put a lobster in a pot of cold water and slowly turn it up, or a frog, and it won't jump out. If you put it in the boiling water, the lobster's going to scream and the frog is going to hop out.
But yeah, this is a test. This is where it shows that pay for this, and whether the reason for it being $30 is still there or not. If you show a business that you will pay that, it ain't going back down.
My point isn't so much the price. My thing is, people like going to the theater because it's kind of an event. Once they know they can do that again, will they put up with well, no, you can only watch it at home.
Well, okay, let's say, okay, you go back and theaters open. Well, if you show me that you'll pay $30 for a movie, you know, them days of them $10 tickets is probably over.
Yeah.
Except if the $30 VODs are, if it's families buying them, families ain't paying $30 for every ticket. I'm just saying, there's a good chance that when things get a little bit back to normal, if they go $2 wild with it, it may slap them in the face.
If they go $2 wild, maybe. But the trick is, if you didn't like the prices of movies before, pay $30 for Mulan and Black Widow and every damn thing that comes out, and you ain't seen shit, because that's literally the way business. They do not mind pricing things out to where movies end up being something that only fluent can go to. They don't give a damn.
As long as they're making their money.
Yep. As long as they're making some money somewhere, they don't give a damn.
And even if it was even if movie prices return to normal some magical way with this succeeding, this would now become the first showing.
Yep.
It would be, well, you could go watch it in theaters at midnight, but at, X amount of time. It comes out on the Plus, and you can see it before anybody else.
Yep.
It stops being the only way you can see it, and it becomes the first way you can see it. That's why it costs more, for the experience of seeing it first.
Yeah, but as long as you've got options like that, I don't care. Well, if you want to see it a day in advance, we'll just price gouge you. Well, okay, that's fine for the people willing to pay that.
Right, but it's just a thing of, it's an aggravation. It's just an aggravation that I would prefer not to have exist.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't like the idea of it. I'm just playing devil's advocate to some degree.
Yeah. We have to argue.
It's just always the thing of, well, if you're rich enough, you can have this before anybody else. It always bothers me.
I guess this will be the experiment to see if there's enough people out there that rich, throwing up my air quotes, to to support their business model. Or they'll have to drop back down so they can get the mass of people again.
And like I said, that's it again, going back to Disney as a corporation and like the way they do. You can tell that they don't, if it's something that they're trying to do, they don't really give a damn whether people like it or not. They'll do it.
Yeah.
Star Wars has been losing money and hell, merchandising is crap in the crapper and all kinds of shit, and they keep pushing the same shit.
I'm not sure about Solo. All the rest of the Star Wars movies have made money. Not the kind of money you'd expect them to. And yes, I know the merchandise is gone.
What they expected it to. They have been on the highest one was still the Force Awakens, which was new Star Wars, and every one of them that came after it made less.
I'm just saying, you were saying losing money. The movies have not actually lost money. They just didn't reach the predictions.
Well, they made less. Each one of them, and it's the only trilogy that did that. Each successive movie went further down and further down and further down.
Which, if they've got a hit on their shoulders, should be worrying them.
Yeah.
That's just it. I don't think they do.
Actually, there's rumors of a bit of a power struggle going on, so it's possible that at least some of the company is.
Yeah, the ones that like making money. The ones that go, hell, this thing ain't making money like it used to make money. The hell have you done? That's a juggernaut. And Disney has shown that they can wreck a juggernaut. So like I said, it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Like I said, I'm hoping to God the damn thing comes out. And if families that normally spend $60 on the movie $30, that's great. That still ain't gonna make, but I ain't want that damn thing to be no kind of way to success, because if it is, that's what you gonna get.
Yep.
All the kind of shit that you normally would, it's popping up on Disney Plus, because what this is doing is creating premium Disney Plus, and I did my air quotes when I said that. Well, it's the Disney Plus that, $7 a month, and then there's premium Disney Plus, which you can best believe is going to be where, if you get that up and going, that's going to be all the shit you actually want to see. Hey, Falcon and Winter Soldier, you were supposed to see that? Nope. Now you're paying $30 to see the shit.
No, I'm not.
Hey, you want to see that Loki show? Well, now it's $30. You may get the animated What If on there for $7, but all the shit that ties into the MCU, no, they will do their damnedest to milk the hell out of that. Since none of it's out yet.
Well, probably time for us to go ahead and wrap up. I guess we kind of got Todd's thoughts on it. Anybody else have any final thoughts they want to throw out?
My thought is they're shooting themselves in the foot from a standpoint of like an individual person or just a couple.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to be like a huge family or like a church group that got together at the church or at somebody's house, and everybody chunked in $1.
If you're paying $30 for it, and let's say average ticket price used to be $10, then that's not that's not having to have a huge family to make the difference up.
Yeah.
But as far as singles and couples, yeah, I get you.
And like Todd said, if you buy the thing and it comes with a digital copy, that as long as you have Disney Plus, you get a copy of it. That's great, because you might watch it once, your kid might watch it more than once, but you still ain't going to get your $30 worth. When I was young and dating, going to the movies was a big deal.
And now she come over to your house.
But see, now she's been living with me, heading on 30 years.
And the trick
now I don't care no more. She's always here.
And the trick is, hell, even if you go, well, I'll do this like the old school wrestling pay-per-views and have a bunch of people over. Yeah, COVID's still out there.
Yeah, for right now, yeah.
People over your house. So you ain't making money that way either.
I guess that's kind of my thing. Is I'm wondering if this succeeds, if it's going to wind up being something that only succeeded because of COVID, and this model will fall apart afterwards. People might put up with more during COVID because there's limited options.
Well, if businesses find that, hey, we can do this.
This ain't about the business. I didn't say nothing about the business. I said the people. If the people go, well, this is too much, but I ain't got nothing else to do, we'll go ahead and do it since we can't go out. Oh, wait, we can go out now? Yeah, screw a $30 movie then. We'll do something else that we can go out and do.
Yeah.
Taylor, you got anything?
I mean, my general dislike of Disney has only grown over the years, so I'm just looking at this going, yeah, it's a thing I think the rat would do.
Please don't sue us. All right. Well, that's going to wrap us up for today then. I've been your host, the experienced some call Jason, and with me has been
CDL 113.
And the Todd Father, who's still too cheap to pay $30 for a movie.
And the token, apparently not part of this, because Todd used the "and," which means it's the end of the show. Tarky.
Well, that just means he's the sidekick. That makes you the sidekick or something. Right? Comic book.
Wouldn't that make him a kickstand?
Oh, I'm supporting cast?
Apparently.
I don't think he
cast.
knew.
I'm not even main cast in Todd's eyes.
I don't think he knew.
I think it's ageism. I think it's because you're a millennial.
You would think the word token at first would be like the hint, but no.
He's white. He doesn't get how tokens work.
Hey,
anyway, we'll see y'all next week.
I'm just saying, in Iron Man, Rhodey is a side character, not supporting cast.